Hi everyone. Tonight I'm going to read a story from the Frog and Toad Treasury. There's a few stories in this book, but tonight I'm going to read the first one. And the first one is called Spring. Frog and Toad ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked at the front door. There was no answer. "Toad, Toad!" shouted Frog. "Wake up, it's spring!" "Black!" said a voice from inside the house. "Toad, Toad!" cried Frog. "The sun is shining, the snow is melting, wake up!" "I am not here," said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" called Frog. "Go away," said the voice from a corner in the room. Toad was lying in bed. He had pulled all the covers up over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of the bed and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. "Help!" said Toad. "I cannot see anything." Have you ever done that when you go outside early in the morning and the sun is so bright? I have. "Don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is the clear, warm light of April. And it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad." "Think of it," said Frog. "We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. In the evenings we will sit right here on the front porch and count the stars." "You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I'll be too tired. I'm going back to bed." Toad is a little bit crabby, I think. Maybe he didn't get enough rest. Toad went back into the house, and he got into bed and pulled the covers up over his head again. "But Toad," cried Frog, "you will miss all the fun." "Listen, Frog," said Toad, "how long have I been asleep?" "You've been asleep since November," said Frog. "Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up in about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog." Ooh, that Toad. He is very, very, very crabby. Look at the covers. He pulled them up way over his head. "But Toad," said Frog, "I will be lonely until then." Lonely isn't a fun thing to be, is it? It's much more fun when we can be around our friends. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on the top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page and the January page and the February page and the March page. He came to the April page. Frog tore off the April page too. He tore off all the pages of Toad's calendar. But was April really over yet? Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. "Toad, Toad, wake up! It's May now." "What?" said Toad. "Can it be May so soon?" "Yes," said Frog. "Look at your calendar." Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. "Why, it is May," said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. I know these pictures were a little bit hard to see because they're a little bit tiny and I'm sitting a little bit farther away from the camera, but I hope you enjoyed this story and I want you to think about it. What month are we in now? We're in April. Let's see what adventures you can have outside in the spring in April. I know I'm going to have lots of adventures with my dogs. I don't know if you can see them, but they're over here. I'm going to move so you can see them a little bit better. There they are. Look at them. They're snuggling on the couch. They say good night. That's Bridget and Zero. I'll see you all again soon.